Um, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We've talked about Iran enough. I want to watch what I call everybody's favorite normie.
I got a little something.
If you heard that voice, you probably know who it is. Something to make you happy with Moist Critical, the man with the longest locks, the the longest hair that I've ever seen, the Florida man from down south with all of the figures. How much do you think this figure is worth, by the way? I feel like it's got to be like $5,000. But okay, we're gonna watch something. This is a video about AI. So we're kind of moving on from the Iran war stuff. Uh, I've told people before I'm not a fan of AI. It's annoying to me, just in general, and it's terrible for the environment. But this is apparently going to make me happy. So we'll see. We'll see. Uh, we'll see if it does. Okay, Moist, take me away.
Something special to make you happy this Friday.
Never thought I'd say that statement, by the way. Moist, take me away. Sorry. Okay.
I got a little something special to make
Ooh,
you
what is
happy
it?
this Friday
What
morning.
is it?
So clear a little space in your room and get ready to bust out the old hot dog dance. You're going to be cutting
I
the rug
just
when
did
you
it.
hear this. U.S. Supreme
How do you
Court
know?
declines to hear dispute over copyrights for AI generated
Declines to hear dispute. Oh, someone disputed whether it was copy. Okay, I get it.
material. That's right. They are not folding like origami here on this topic.
Hell
There
yeah.
has already been a precedent set that you cannot copyright AI generated work. And despite AI dweebs constantly trying to fight tooth and nail for copyright protections for their sludge and slop of AI
They're
art
so
and that
proud of it.
shit.
AI, people who love AI, they are so proud. They are so proud of like how they were able to press 10 keys in a row. Oh, hey, Mo. Yeah, they're so proud of how they're able to like press like 10 keys in a row on their keyboard, and then a picture comes up and they're like, I'm going to copyright this picture. This is my artistic creativity. And I just love that for them. Like they've never been able to be artistic before, and like we they finally get to do it. They finally get to feel what it feels like to be a true artist by typing in a prompt. No, this is a good thing, ma'am. You're saying AI has more rights than real art. Uh, no, they're not able to copyright it. They're not going to be able to copyright AI, so or AI art.
The U.S. Supreme Court is saying, nuh-uh. No, this is dumb. This is barnacles, which is exactly what they should
Barnacles.
be doing. Under no circumstances should AI generated work be
Did you see the AI film festival? I did not. I am sure it was a disaster. I would be curious. I'll have to check that out after.
eligible for copyright protection. That's such an outlandish notion. This can just put the smile on the face of even the biggest Grinch. Supreme Court declined on Monday to take up the issue of whether art generated by artificial intelligence can be copyrighted under US law, turning away a case involving a computer scientist from Missouri who was denied a copyright for a piece of visual art made by his AI system. Plaintiff Stephen Thaler had appealed to the justices after lower courts upheld a U.S. Copyright Office decision that the AI crafted visual art at issue in this case was ineligible for copyright protection because it did not have a human creator. Music to my ears. That is exactly right. Pin the tail on the donkey. That is the truth with some cheese on it.
This is
AI
why I love him.
generated
This
shit
is why everybody loves him. He's just got that way with words, a way with words that I will probably never have. But I hope that one day, I can become like him. Maybe his power lies in his locks. He's like Samson. Like if you cut off his hair, he loses his ability to talk. Well, I mean, I don't know if we'll ever see it, but he's had that long hair for so long that maybe one day we'll find out. If anyone ever wants to try and take Moist Critical out of his role as the normie speaker. Maybe just try going in with like a pair of like clippers or something, and and we'll see if it works.
Like this, these AI hemorrhoids are
Oh, I
not
missed the Missouri
actual
shout out, man.
human creations at all. It isn't something that should be copyrightable, especially because what gets generated is based off of other people's work, already existing works. It's just derivative of that, what it was trained on. So I am happy to see that common sense is prevailing here in this case. And also, I've seen some people bemoaning this decision here about like how this is so bad for AI artists. Won't someone think of the struggling AI artists? And it's interesting because one of the core arguments I've seen from that community is that IP is a scam. No one should own IP. It should be freely and readily accessible to everyone to steal and
Okay,
iterate on.
okay. IP is kind of a scam. I don't like the intellectual property like laws of America. I personally think that it it gives too much power to like it disallows creativity to some extent that is annoying to me, and not beneficial to humankind, and it protects the interests of capital just a little bit too much for my liking. So like at the very least, I think that we need to get rid of this like the death of the creator plus 75 years or whatever. Like that is way too long. Do you like that was also created back in a day when it took like, you know, it took you like a week and a half to go patent your thing because you had to ride on a horse to the town square or something. Like come on. Like like at the very least just like the death of the author, we can go incremental. Death of the original creator plus 25 years or whatever. Like maybe that's good enough. But in all honesty, at this point in time, especially now that we have AI that just like destroys the entire concept of IP, like just like 10 or 20 years after the thing is created, just let it be open source and people can create stuff after that. Like that is plenty of time for that person who has created their original thing to make money. But this is me as like some crazy socialist or whatever, like not wanting to, coming after all the, all the all the poor capital owners. So my bad.
And yet, then they turn around and try and copyright their own AI trash, their own AI IP, so they can keep it under lock and key. Goddamn
It's looking a
hypocrites.
little
It's
scruffy.
ridiculous. Also, that whole argument is stupid in the first place. If
I think okay.
there
Sorry,
was no
let me get a better freeze frame. I think that if Moist Critical did what I did and decided to go for the goatee, I think he could rock it. I think that he could rock the goatee. And I don't think he's brave enough to try personally. Not like me, of course. I am brave enough to try, as you can see. And I don't think he is. So that's a challenge to you, Moist Critical. If you ever see this video, you know, if you ever think I'm stealing your IP right now, hey, at least I'm not in AI, as far as you know. Sorry. Okay,
such
we'll
thing
keep
as
going.
IP, then you know who benefits? It's not the little guy. It's not like the average Joe Schmo. It's the big corporations. They can just take all of your shit and pump out endless content far better than any normal person ever could. So while there definitely are some very real problems with current IP law, the whole idea of IP is sensible and necessary because if it didn't
I am
exist,
brave.
what stops Disney from just going online and just taking everyone's shit, right? Like, let's say they stumble across Godslap, our comic book IP, as well as upcoming animated feature film.
Ooh, he's a
They could
comic book
easily just
guy.
be like, okay, well, we'll just go ahead and take that and we'll beat Charles and his team to it. What takes them years will take us months and we'll just start making tons of money off Godslap. Fuck them. And if there's no such thing as IP, what am I going to do? They could just biblically smack me down. But because there are protections in place, I could absolutely blast those cheeks in a court of law about the violations there. So there is a real merit to IP existing. Yes, there are problems, but it is a necessary thing because if it didn't exist, the people that benefit are not you, me, or
Yeah, I mean, I agree to some extent. I just think it's antiquated the way that it is right now. I think it is way too long. And also, if we also okay, under my ideal system, like after under my ideal mode of production, like they're these corporations wouldn't be this powerful, and they would be controlled by the workers who work at them as opposed to the capital owners who own them. So just saying, like we have different ideal futures. I don't, as far as I know, Moist Critical is not some like Marxist Leninist who's like trying to, overthrow capitalism or whatever.
Or any other person. It's companies that would benefit from just taking your shit and capitalizing off it, and you get in return nothing, absolutely nothing. So it's a brain dead argument from a brain dead community of AI jingling keys enthusiasts that clearly don't fucking think for themselves anymore. They just ask Grok to do it for them. It's so degenerate and so cringe.
Grok.
And I
All hail
love seeing
Grok.
news like this where there's a bit of a reality check there. And yet they still can't have that come to Jesus moment about, maybe we're the
Come
fucking
to
idiot.
come to AI Jesus, not regular Jesus. Do you think someday they're going to replace like American Christians are so far removed from like the actual Bible at this point, but like I wonder if one time they will just like because like the average American Christian thinks that Jesus like I don't know like rode dinosaurs with like AK-47s or something like or AR-15s like they like it is an insane version of Christianity, but I wonder if one day it'll morph into like AI they'll have their AI Jesus that they just talk to because we're all like brain broken heathens in this country.
Idiots. Maybe we're the ones that aren't activating neurons.
I have no
Anyway,
idea
though,
what
to
made
go
me
back
think of
to
that. Sorry.
dancing in this guy's tears, a federal judge in
True.
Washington upheld the office's
Daddy Trump.
decision in the Thaler case in 2023, writing that human authorship is a bedrock requirement of copyright. And the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia
Hell
affirmed the
yeah.
ruling in 2025.
Supreme Court's base now.
Thaler's lawyers told the Supreme Court in a filing that his case was of paramount importance considering the rapid rise of generative AI. Oh yeah, I'm sure this is a big life or death moment here. This case we're going to be talking about for eons.
So my understanding is that now that this is struck down and the Supreme Court refused to hear it, like this is over. Like the case is settled. Maybe someone like will try to bring it again if like, if we ever have different members on the Supreme Court, but like I think we're good for now.
Come, no doubt, about this one fucking stupid asshole's dumb AI generated piece of art of train tracks going to a portal. Like, yeah, I'm sure this is the one of paramount
Best art they've
importance.
ever seen.
Oh my god,
Man,
it's so cringe.
can you imagine if we took like Da Vinci, like from the past, and like showed him what like people think art is now, and like like people from the Renaissance, and they come here and they're like, they see like people with their like, I don't know, like Mickey like eating spaghetti on a plane over like Zimbabwe or something, tossing out like pennies to like like poor people or something. And they're like, what this is what art is like. They would think that we're like I don't know that we've degenerated as a society, and I mean they might be right. I think we have.
With the refusal by the court to hear the appeal, Thaler's lawyer said, even if it later overturns the Copyright Office's test in another case, it will be too late. The Copyright Office will have irreversibly and negatively impacted AI development and use in the creative industry during critically important years. Stop, no. I can only come so hard. I can only handle so much good news all at once. Oh, that just sounds so wonderful. Smooth silk in my ears. Although the Copyright Act does not define the term author, multiple provisions of the Act make clear that the term refers to a human rather than a machine, the administration said. The Supreme Court previously rejected Thaler's request to hear his argument in a separate case involving prototypes for a beverage holder and a light beacon concerning whether AI-generated inventions should be eligible for U.S. patent protections. This guy just sucks. What a loser.
I want to see what he looks like. I tell
were-
you before that like I'm very appearances against people I don't like, and I really want to see what this Thaler guy looks like. I have a picture in my head, but I gotta know. I wonder if there's a picture of him online.
Rejected by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office on similar grounds. You don't say. This guy just keeps hawking anything AI generated and taking it to Big Daddy government. Hey guys, can we get some patents and protections for this trash, please? Oh, come on. AI worked so hard on it.
I couldn't find
I'm
a picture.
prompt
Sorry, guys.
engineer. Think about me. Please. Please copyright it,
Ah,
please.
that's a great sound, Moist. But one day, man, I want one of these, a drink fridge like this, or like something. Just, I really just want a mini fridge, I guess, in my gaming room. But like this one looks like super nice. I would love that. That'd be great.
The desperation is like a tasty treat here. This guy wants copyright protection for his AI generated trash, yet believes that it's totally fine to take from other real human beings' work in order to make his shit. So
Hey,
it's like, okay, I can steal from you, but if anyone
lie, cheat, and
tries to
steal, dude.
take my train tracks to a portal, it's getting pugilistic,
I,
okay?
I mean,
So
he's acting like this is something weird though. That this is just like the state, like this is just how you get ahead in American capitalism. Like you do like you just steal and do things that other people won't, and like and then you say everybody else who tries to do that to me is like like they suck, they're bullshit. Like yeah, don't like it's terrible when they do it. It's great when I do it. Like this is just classic America shit.
government, back me up, please. What do you mean no? This really is such a good thing because let's think about this at scale, even outside of this dumbass's train track AI piece. Companies that like replace their entire creative workforce with AI down the line. Well, assuming these rulings continue to be upheld, it's going to mean that their output won't be protected by copyright anymore because it will not be human created, right?
Ooh,
That would be the implication. They've
ooh.
set the precedent that it must be a human author and
Wait a
just simply
second. Whoa,
typing
good point. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I gotta go back and watch that again.
workforce with AI. Think about this at scale. This really is such a good thing because let's think about this at scale, even outside of this dumbass's train track AI piece. Companies that like replace their entire creative workforce with AI down the line. Well, assuming these rulings continue to be upheld, it's going to mean that their output won't be protected by copyright anymore because it will
Hell
not be
yeah.
human created, right? That would be the implication.
Ooh,
They've set the precedent that
okay.
it must be a human author and
Yeah,
just
go out and steal it. Anybody, okay, any person, any movie theater that releases an AI, movie or whatever, any person who releases AI photos or any person who creates some AI code base or whatever, go out and steal it, people. Perfectly legal. Perfectly legal. They don't have a copyright. They can't have a copyright. Just go out and take it.
simply typing sentences to have AI, a machine, do it all for you doesn't count. So, when you have Coca Cola, for example, that's become addicted to AI slop with all of their AI commercials, when you have them
That's so funny
putting
to me.
out
I don't know why Coke. Why did Coke decide to go so all in on the AI like bandwagon? I honestly have no idea. That was so weird to me.
these fully AI generated commercials, they don't actually own any of that, it seems. That would
Nope,
be
that's mine.
the understanding that what they are
Sorry,
spitting
that's
out from
ours.
AI
Collective.
is not copyrightable. So those are completely nothing. They don't own shit. Someone who develops a shitty game in Roblox owns more IP than Coke does of that commercial that they've just
Oof,
put out there.
Roblox.
Which makes sense because, again, humans didn't create it. There's nothing real in there from an actual human that made that, other than the sentences, which don't count because it is a machine that does it all
How
for
about
you.
this? How about this? We'll let them trademark the sentences. So like they can't trademark the picture, like, but they can trademark like uh the sentence. So like they can trademark my Mickey Mouse throws pennies at like a black person or whatever the hell they're typing. They can trademark the sentence, but they cannot trademark the image. I think that's fair. They can have that sentence. That's theirs now. They can go show that sentence to anybody they want. They can go sell that sentence. They can go like if they go outside and they have little slips of paper with that sentence on it, they can be like $5. It's $5 for this sentence, and then I don't know. I think that seems fair to me.
So, maybe this could even serve as a deterrent from these fucking vampiric
I don't know why I'm so caught on like Mickey Mouse throwing pennies at like at minorities. I don't know. I don't know what came over me there. I got to stream for 30 more minutes, by the way. Okie dokie. I can do that.
Corporations that are just doing their best to ham fist AI into every single aspect of their companies to replace as many people as possible, maybe they would think twice because as it all goes fully AI, they no longer have copyright protections on what gets farted out from it. So who knows? But anyway, I just wanted to celebrate this because this is a very positive development here. I think this is absolutely the right choice, and hopefully it never wavers. I hope they don't like falter on this stance because they are correct. Copyright will.
I hope I'm not projecting too. I don't think I am. I think that, well, when I enter this state of streaming, I'm kind of a little bit in a fugue state. I'm very stream of conscious. And I think that in my head, what's happening is um, Mickey Mouse is like Disney, the biggest IP like ever. And all of the AI images I've ever seen on Facebook are about like poor people in Africa, like begging white people for like a slice of cake or something. And I don't understand why that is. I think that's just like the image I have in my head. And so I think that's where it's coming from. I assure you, I assure anybody watching that I don't throw pennies at minorities. Please don't think that. I promise you. Okay, we're done with Moist Critical.